Okay guys, we're going to be replacing this gas fireplace here. This is a really small gas fireplace. This is for our living room. Works well, but wife wanted a bigger one. It's right there. She wanted a bigger one. Run away, run away. So we're going to rip that one out and put in a new ventless one. This is a vented gas fireplace. It does work. I'll hit the thing here. And has a vent that goes up there into the wall and outside. But over the next couple days, we'll rip that one out and put in this new 32-inch one that should be arriving today. So, stay tuned. Okay, 10 minutes later, all the quarter round around there is gone. I was able to save a couple pieces there. Those cracked on me, so I'll make new ones. But you can see that opens up the spaces there where I can now crack out that tile and start to get at that. So do that next. Oh, by the way, pop this out. Make sure your gas is off. Not that popping around on this stuff is going to hurt anything, but just in case. That's how this connects up down here. So more coming on that. Okay guys, probably 10-15 minutes later, doesn't take long. You get the first tile down and the others, you just pull the drywall off right behind them. Stack the tiles over there. None of the tiles broke or cracked or anything. A little drywall debris over there. Little pieces that they use, those little, I don't know what you call it, long pieces there, go around the kind of the frame there. So it's looking pretty good. Doesn't appear to be a lot that holds this fireplace in. I see some screw flanges down here, up here, and then that whole thing should probably come out. I'll probably have to take out these tiles down here, but I was planning on doing that anyway, so not a big loss. But yeah, and you can see the electrical wires. Those electrical wires go up to that switch, and that's what used to turn it on. Now the new fireplace has got a remote that does that, but it also has a in with the remote sensor, there's a lead. I was looking at the documents, so I'll probably just tie that switch in there so we can still use the switch for the blower, because the new one's going to have a blower that'll be in the back, and it will blow the hot air up past the back of the firebox and then out into the room. We'll actually get some heat. So I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup work here so I can get up here and get the rest of these tiles out. And then we'll look at pulling that box out of there, disconnecting it and getting ready to go. Okay guys, I'm actually here underneath. I think you can kind of see, here's the electrical transformer, and it's got two other electrical outlets. This goes into a divider. We've got an orange and white wire. And if we trace them over here, hard to see because the gas nozzle's in front of it, that this orange one comes around here and it's got a little sticker on it that says pilot. And so that's what gives you the clicking noise in here to light the gas. So the gas is off. Have verified the pipe goes right here. It takes a 90 and goes straight down the floor. Goes underneath the floor, and over here is a on-off valve that's in the carpet of the floor. So I've made sure that is off. And then I open this one back up to drain the gas out of the line that was already in there. And then I shut it back off. So now we're fine. Going to disconnect here. This is the flexible gas pipe that you can kind of see it back here, rolls up and feeds the gas up there where the pilot ignition is. So next step is to take that off. Then the gas will be totally disconnected. I still got to watch out for my electric. I can unplug this, but the actual electric is off at the switch, so I don't have to worry about it there. Of course, I can't get it out with my hands like that. But the electric wires back here, I can't find them. There they are. The electric wires go down to that box, so I just need to be wary of that when I go to pull this thing out. I cut the seam down here, so this was just caulk and some light grout. So cut it with a knife, tapped it lightly with a hammer and a block of wood, and the seam opened right up. And I can actually move this whole fireplace in the wooden frame right now. It just kind of jiggles. I still haven't taken the screws off. But I'll disconnect it, and then we'll pull it out next. Okay guys, so electric's unplugged there. You can tell there the gas line, I can get back down there, but gas line's disconnected. I almost forgot, this particular stove, our fireplace is vented. It is a gas vented one, not a vent free. So if you look back there, you can see that the metal tube attaches to the black stove. So I've got to do that disconnect as well so that I can then pull this out. One I found, you guys can see back here, probably not, but there's little clips in there. So those were pushed down. I had to pull those up. And then down here underneath this vent, this is all black from the stove, and I start to push up here, and I wish my kids were here. They would know how to turn on the light on the camera. Gotta love that. Anyway, there's a screw up here that if I push up, I can see the screw, and it's there's a silver. You can see the silver one from up here is joining tied in to the black one. So I gotta get a small Phillips, take these screws out, and then I should be free. Okay, YouTubers, a couple hours later, took a little longer than I thought to get that out of there. The tiles on the base came out all right, but getting this thing unhooked from up there, couldn't do it. Had to take a Sawzall to it, and then it was so tight in there I couldn't get the Sawzall all the way around. Had to use jigsaw, a couple other things, and 2 hours later, yeah, it's out. But during that 2 hours also, the new delivery came, which this is the new, I haven't even totally unwrapped it yet. So that's the new fireplace that will be going in there. You can already see it's considerably different in height and width. So it's going to fit that mantle a lot better than that small one. So that's where we're at. We're going to carry this one to the garage. We just brought this one in. And then tomorrow I'll frame it out, put this one in, do the gas hookup, and we'll be ready to go. So stay tuned. Okay guys, so I did decide, we had this back here, but we had a gas pipe that went over here to feed the old stove. So I decided I wanted to move it because it's going to be in the way. When I slide this back, it's going to be like about right there. So real simple to do. There's plenty of hole around here, jigsawed, sawzawed it back. This pipe, obviously you want to make sure your gas is off, but here's the old riser. We can see it here. You look through the floor, there's the bottom pipe that it screwed into. So I just took some measurements with my tape and going to come up now 12 inches, which will put me underneath the floor, cut over about 7 inches, and then a little tube up here. And then I can do the flexi gas line now instead of the hard pipe to put in the new stove. So now we're off to the hardware store. Okay guys, been working on this, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours this afternoon. I slept in this morning. But we've got a new frame that I just nailed in there. I'll be cutting that part out next. And then the box will slide right in. And then let me see here. Let me turn on the light so I can show you inside. Okay, here we go. So, like I was saying, I cut out the subfloor here, just jigsaw, no big deal. Replace that gas pipe. So this is a 12-incher now that comes up, 90 degrees to 7-incher, 90 degrees. I got to get myself another knob, another 90 degree here. And then I'll attach that in there. This is a one-way flow valve. So basically it won't, I guess it's emergency type stuff. And then I got this flexible, here we go, flexible yellow gas line that will then go in and into the corner of the box, only on the other side, and hook up the gas. So that's my bubble mixture there, so I can spray that around and make sure that there's no gas leaks. But I used a lot of this Teflon gas. It's not Teflon, but it's a gas approved sealant around the pipe threads, and yeah, we should be good to go here. So I imagine tomorrow I will start to finish this up. I've got to cap this off yet. There's a lot of cool air coming down through there. I got some caps, some silver ductwork caps, but they're not what I need. I need to get a stovepipe cap. It's about 12-15 bucks. I saw it today at Lowe's, but I thought I'd try these the little silver duct caps first because they were only 4 bucks. But gotta have the right tool for the right job, I guess. But yeah, it's starting to come together. So hopefully tomorrow we'll have a fireplace in there working, and we'll be ready to just do the tile. We'll have to put drywall around that. It's like a cement fiberboard that goes down here, and then they put the tile on top of that. But we should have a working fireplace here hopefully tomorrow. Okay guys, so here it is, finished up the gas line, and this is just setting in here right now. But you can see everything is nice and centered. And then tomorrow I'll put in all the mechanicals underneath and the blower, and then put the logs in, hook up the gas over here, hook up the electrical here, which will go to the switch, plus there's a remote involved, and then we'll be ready to fire it up and test it. But that's how she looks. Okay guys, getting the box all ready to go here. Put in the burner up here, the gate underneath here, and again, didn't turn on my light. Here, let me get it. Okay, underneath here you can see the blower motor, and that you had put all the way in the back. It's kind of tricky getting that thing back there. And then these are the heat sensor wires, which go all the way up to an itsy bitsy little heat sensor in there. Right in there. So it's kind of nice and tucked and hidden away. Put the hood on there, about ready to get the logs on there. I also went ahead and on this particular model, that's where the electrical outlet is. It's got a screw, and it pulls out a little box. So I went ahead and disconnected my electric, hooked up my box. It's all ready to go. I have already determined the length of that gas tube here that I got was just not long enough. So I'm going to have to go back to the hardware store and get something that's probably going to be 4 or 5 foot. I got to go across 37 inches and then up. It kind of comes up through, set this out, this is the control unit. And believe it or not, all this stuff stays up here. Apparently it doesn't get hot enough in the box to like melt these wires and stuff. I was like, wow, okay. But I did a knockout back there. You can see the hole. And then right there is the inlet for the gas tube. So I've got to come across here because my gas is on the left, run it through the bottom of the box, up out the hole and into the regulator there, and then we'll be set. So off to the hardware store, get the right fittings, and then we'll be back to get this job set up. Okay guys, here's the fire. You just heard the fan kick on, the blower underneath. Looks really good, except we already set off the fire alarm detectors because it's burning off all the the manufacturing oil and stuff. So it's creating a really fine smoke. So we opened up the window to help out with that. But really pleased with the way it looks. Electrical's all hooked up over there. Gas over there. I need to center it a little bit, do a little bit of shims and lock it down, and then drywall. And we'll probably have somebody else come in and do the tile work, just because that's not something I'm really good at. So, but that's it. That's how to pull out your vented fireplace and install a new ventless fireplace. Total project cost me about $1,800. Ordered the fireplace and the gas logs and everything online, free shipping. Showed up right to my house, R&L carriers, and the guy moved it right into the garage. So no problems there. I did get a quote from a local guy, I don't want to say their name, but a local fire log company. They were $2,800 just to install it to this, and then they had a friend of a friend that would come and do the tile work, and he said that was another $1,000, so basically $3,800. So I did it all on my own for $1,800. So thanks for watching, guys.